The natural world is full of extraordinarily shaped creatures. But how have the stretched bodies of some given them an edge? I have had the fortune to meet some of the planet's most enchanting creatures, but some stand out more than others because of their intriguing biology.
Well, it's about adding a third dimension into most natural histories. Animals have pasts as well as presents, and particularly our experience of animals has a past. What we thought about them when we first found them, and some of the myths that there are about them, are actually part of that, the essence of that animal, and one that we rather neglect, I think. It's always fascinated me. I mean, why are birds called a bird's paradise, for example? And the answer is that when they first came, they were trade skins which didn't have any legs because they'd cut off the legs and the wings to make the plumes look beautiful. And so people honestly believed that they floated in paradise, living on dew. Were there such things as mermaids? What about dragons? And what about the animals who actually may have given rise to the mermaid myth, and so on? The narwhal we feature, there's a 9-foot-long ivory rod, spear, lance, whatever you call it. Martin Frobisher in the Elizabethan times found one when he was looking for the Northwest Passage. He found them on the coast of Canada. He found one lying on the beach. And it was believed that this was the source of supernatural power. And so he came back and he flogged it to Queen Elizabeth I for an enormous sum of money. And the stories of unicorns, well, they're still on the royal crest, after all. The lion and the unicorn are part of the royal symbols because they were the kings and the most powerful things in the world. And of course now we know it comes from a narwhal. But the whole of that story is a fascinating story. The whole business of how you mount an animal, if you're a taxidermist, so that you try and make sense of what it looked like in life. And that's not all that easy, and sometimes you got it quite wrong, and you mounted the animals in extraordinary ways. So that, for example, a sloth, if you look at some of the early mounts and the early pictures of sloths, they are walking on the ground with their legs upright, which they can't do at all because they're actually designed to hang from trees. But why the hooks to their claws would be on the ground like that is absolutely bonkers. But people didn't know any better. So you're sitting in the 17th, 18th century, and someone from the New World, which has only just been discovered, sends back this shriveled skin with most extraordinary hooks of toes. The chap who sent it doesn't know what it was, and it comes there, and you have to make sense of it. And if you'd said, oh yes, well, this life spends its life perpetually hanging upside down, people say, yeah, do me a favour, It's quite easy to get a new species. If you want to give your name to a beetle, it's not difficult. I mean, because you can find, the difficulty is finding the beetle expert who knows that this beetle is a new species. So finding a new species is not a consequence, but finding a new major animal, unlike any other category of animals, I think that moment has passed. Sadly, in 60 years. I've been filming for a long time, and a lot of very, very good film over 60 years is made of almost every major species you can think of. So why go out and film yet another film of a lion catching a wildebeest or whatever? You don't need that. And this series, if you wanted that, there's plenty of very good film that maybe been seen not for 20 years, but there it is. So you can use that, and you spend your time and your thoughts on the background to that, on who it was who first saw it, or how they filmed it, or whatever. I didn't know the function of the wrinkles in an elephant's skin. Do you? It is actually a way of distributing moisture across the skin and keeping it moist in a sun-banked, and you can demonstrate not only that it works, but that elephants which live in more humid atmosphere don't have so many wrinkles. There you are. How's that? That's for a Christmas cracker. The elephant has no coat to protect it, and its skin can get sun-baked, and it does require, if it gets over dry, it would crack. And that's the function of the wrinkles. There's a connection between the spiral of a narwhal's tusk and the spiral of a snail's shell. You say, what is the connection? Wait, look at the program.